Satsang-122. The line of demarcation. 22nd November, 1935. A Brahmin, someone born into the priest caste, once had a bad dream. In that dream, he felt that he was an untouchable. Because of that dream, he began mixing with laborers and started doing all sorts of work befitting that caste. After suffering many hardships, he became fed up, and so he went to a Sadguru, and the Sadguru awakened him. Then he said, "What a miracle! I slept, and in the dream I suffered. Then the Sadguru awakened me." He was suffering only because of illusion. The jiva takes this dream world to be true and suffers. And then the Sadguru awakens him. You are not the mind, intellect, or sense organs. The word my, which you use in order to say that objects are yours, is only a verbal utterance. You are the witness of all. All that is seen is transient and ephemeral. It is all destructible. The mind, intellect, everything. The mind and intellect are seen by you, and they are going to end. The you who says this is mine and that is mine is separate from all that is seen. Who are you? You are pure knowledge, pure consciousness, without any stain or blemish. You are the self, Atman, who is conscious of the dream, deep sleep, and waking state. You are that which says I in the body. The great statement, Tat Tvam Asi, means you are that. You are that which is different from all that is visible. When all names and words disappear, then that which remains is He. That is what you are. That which says I, when all experiences are left behind, is final. You are that which remains. Then that says there is no thing, and remains quiet. Then even that quietness also is left behind. Even the experience of silence goes, and renunciation comes into existence without saying so. Let go of even the recognition that you are not conscious of anything. Even the one who says, I should do something, or I do not understand, or I do not know, is only God. That God is called Brahman, absolute pure consciousness. There is a story that is told about the saint Muktabai. One day, the cow dung cakes that were prepared by her were stolen. You see, in parts of rural India, the village people use cakes made from cow dung mixed with straw as fuel for their fires. So Muktabai said, I will be able to identify the dung cakes prepared by me. she selected and picked up the cakes that she had made from a big pile of dung cakes. She was always uttering the name of Vitala, the Lord, and remembering his name while preparing the dung cakes. The sound of God's name was absorbed by the cakes, so it was possible for her to hear it from every dung cake that she had prepared. In the hearts of the devotees of God, Hari, as well as outside, the name of God is resounding. So in every action, the name of God is repeatedly echoing. By their contact, the surroundings of his devotees become sanctified. That is how Muktabai said that she could identify her own cow dung cakes. What great self-confidence she had. It is necessary that the devotee of the Satguru should have such great confidence. Otherwise, there are some devotees who make a show of devotion to the Guru, but that does not help one attain the absolute state of Brahman. God is prior to the devotee. God is eternal and already knows the hypocrisy of such a devotee. If the devotee is true to God, then God also is true to the devotee. So one must say, God is mine and I am God. One whose heart is always echoing with God's name, who knows the Lord, is liberated. He is like a cow dung cake of Muktabai. Nobody can steal it and burn it. He is liberated who knows that the self is pure, unblemished, and free of doubt. People are afraid in worldly life. There was once a man who was afraid because people used to criticize him. So he went to his guru. The guru gave him a mantra to recite and said, I am that. I am the self. You are the self. Thus it is said that he was twice born and became a knower of Brahman. The physical body is born from the semen and egg. But by the Guru's advice and teaching, the man was born again into the spiritual life. Therefore he is twice born, and he then puts on the sacred thread. A Brahman becomes pure by receiving the Gayatri mantra from his Guru, and he becomes twice born. But how does his wife become pure? It is by the contact of Brahman. Man is a Shudra, a laborer at the time of birth, but through initiation by the Guru, he becomes a Brahman of the priest caste. The Guru gives him a sacred name, a mantra to repeat according to his tradition. When he becomes the son of the Guru, he becomes holy, respectable. Although one may be a despicable character, he is entitled to be respected in all the three worlds after this. But the one who identifies with the physical body is the demon Narakasura. He was uncontrollable even by the gods. In a way, that ego demon is the individual, the jiva. Lord Krishna slayed Narakasura, and then he was absorbed into Sri Krishna. The son of the Guru should never say that he is the body. When this is known, a man becomes free from all sins. The one who knows that he is pure knowledge becomes free from all sins. The jiva was harassed in the dream. The self became the body, although always only the self. He came to know that he is Brahman, and therefore his dream was over, and he was free. Aham Brahmasmi. I am Brahman. I am the self, God, Atma Ram. First, it was only intellectually understood that the very nature of Brahman is prajna, which means supreme knowledge. And now that knowledge is confirmed without doubt. All that is in existence is essentially of the nature of wind, vayu, ether or subtle space, which is one with the life energy. And therefore all is only life energy. All gods, even those who are subtly embodied and having some form, have come out of the life energy, which has now been consciously known to be one in all creatures. And thus it is known to be the only true essence that is everywhere. There is a saying in Hindi, you should remember the inner spiritual Rama, and then the bondage of the cycles of births and deaths will be cut. Had Rama been aware of his essential nature as Atman, would he have gone to learn at the feet of Vasistha? The sage Vasistha told him, you are not the outer Rama, the body. You are the inner Rama. It was only after Sri Krishna went to the Guru Sandapani and realized that he is Lord Krishna that he became fully powerful as an avatar of the Supreme Self. Otherwise, Krishna was just a simple coward. Only Rama can understand the inner Rama, the self. The best way of devotion is to have the recognition of God in every being. And the life force is that God within. And it is that which manifests in all beings. There is a saying in medieval Hindi, O man, you should worship God who is living in man. Why do you worship a stone? The places of pilgrimage on the face of the earth are beyond count. You may go on pilgrimage millions of times, but that merit cannot be equal to a fraction of a rupee when compared to self-knowledge. Lakshman had marked a line on the ground in front of their hut and told Sita not to cross that line. In a similar way, the Sadguru has put down a line for you. This means that you must not fall down from your true nature as the self to the lower level of body identification by crossing this line. Here your ego is the demon king Ravana. who will put you in prison if you cross this line. Now your mind is pure like the monkey god Hanuman. With this pure mind, you should become one with Rama. There is a story of a man who was charged with committing a murder. He was acquitted by the grace of the Sadguru. That is all. Then I was awake. Likewise, you are charged with committing the murder of the body, which has the duration of innumerable births. You are acquitted only when you become aware that you are the Self, Atman. You are Brahman. You are Para Brahman, Para Atman. And that you is now awake. You must remain constantly in that awakeness. The jiva was harassed by sorrow, and he awoke and met himself. He who has realized himself in this way became God. Such a one is the incarnation of God. Only he is victorious in this world. Only the one who is fully convinced that he is the Self becomes victorious. Only he is the Supreme Self.